What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? It's your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing, home of the high-level pro boxing media, the Fighters and Trainers channel, and most importantly, the People's channel. Salute to my guy, Mello from EDJ Studios. Beautiful studio here, man, and we here in Lowell, Massachusetts. Shout out to my guy. But this video right here, we're going to be talking about the George Kambosos and Richardson Hitchins fight that's going down in New York City in the theater. And it's big. It's an IBF title on the line for 140 pounds. We got Richardson Hitchins, I believe he's 26 years old, versus George Kambosos, which is 34 years old. Now, the biggest difference that I see right here is the arm reach and the youth, ladies and gentlemen. When we have Richardson Hitchins has an arm length of 74 inches, he's like a turtledactyl. Do you understand? He's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you have George Kambosos. I think his wingspan is about 68 inches. All right. But the youth, George Kambosos is coming off of a stoppage loss against Lomachenko that just announced retirement not too long ago. Salute to Lomachenko for what he has done in the sport of boxing, one of my favorites. But who wins this fight? That's the question. And also, how? Turkey Al-Sheikh has put on some new rules here, ladies and gentlemen. The no running rule, okay? How did they decide to change the results of how it could impact the sport? They're changing the ring to be, I think, don't quote me if I'm wrong. I think it's like an 8x8. I think that's way too small, but I think it's smaller than the average ringside that, we ever had. So, that being said, we can get a lot more entertainment in the sport. We've had a lackluster card with Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero on that undercard with Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez. And it was just like, wow, why are we paying money for these pay-per-views? Why are we paying money, for these shows? And it's just like, at the end of the day, styles do make fights. And some of these fighters nowadays, they tend to use every inch of the ring, literally. And there's not enough arms, there's not enough mano to mano, there's not enough, ¿cómo se dice? Guerra.
Guerra,
Right?
you said
Guerra,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Right? And we need to see that. We want entertainment. That's why we see a lot of people gravitating to the UFC and other martial arts due to the fact of, politics, one thing, right? Then the next thing is really these type of performances. I mean, obviously they could use a different art technique to be able to eliminate someone from moving, you could spear them. You could do some type of wild kick, you know what I mean, to cut the ring a little bit different. And I could understand, shout out to, Turkey Al-Sheikh, that what he's going to be doing with all the other sports as well in Saudi Arabia. But in this fight right here, guys, I see Richardson Hitchins beating George Kambosos. He's saying that he's going to stop him. I just don't see that. I don't see a stoppage at all. But what does George Kambosos have left? Is he an official gatekeeper now? And going up to 140 pounds. This is his first time going up to 140 pounds. I mean, this is a guy that's coming from 130. A lot of people say that he's left the best years ahead of him, being Manny Pacquiao's main sparring partner. You know what I mean? So yeah, I
I
think
thought the guy retired.
retired. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad. You know what I mean? That's sad. But I could understand what he's coming from, because you don't have anything excitement. I mean, what George Kambosos arguably lost. It's like losing to Devin Haney in Australia back to back, 24 rounds straight, then getting stopped by the old man, the legendary Lomachenko. I mean, things were, and then in between that, losing a fight with Maxie Hughes, and yeah, man. I mean, George Kambosos is definitely done. I could see why you say that he's retired, but nevertheless, what the promo that's coming into this fight, right? We got Gervonta Tank Davis out here, kind of going back on Twitter, doing the damn thing, trying to sell his boy's fight. Now, how they do it, controversy sells, right? But let's get into some of the things that Richardson Hitchins said.
I think
He
he
was
was saying,
somebody that really
yeah, somebody
helped.
that really helped me when I was effed up during COVID was Tank. What do you think about that?
You know, so COVID was tough, right? And Tank was friends with Richardson Hitchins. They had a fallout. I believe it was due to Edgar Berlanga and Richardson Hitchins watching Tank fight. I believe it was Frank Martin. And it just seemed like, Tank just felt like, yo, listen, I don't like people talking about my business with other people. So he kind of like, made it seem like we're dissing each other, but maybe this is just a tactic of how we're gonna promote the fight. Gervonta Tank Davis is one of the biggest names in boxing, so when he does go back and forth, it does create traction. So I think that's probably what it is, honestly. But maybe it is real beef. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comment section, guys, if it's real beef or not. We seen Coach Lenny in the press conference taking the chair and just like wow. So I was like, they're hyping it up. Lots of things been said. Did you see the push? Nevertheless, let me know what you guys think in the comment section right here. Who's gonna win? And did you like the press conference? I mean, did you like the weigh-in? Was it like entertaining? Are y'all ready for this fight? Let me know what y'all think. Who wins this fight and why? All right, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Love y'all. Peace, blessings.